we are going to read Henry and Mudge under the yellow moon. Together in the fall. In the fall, Henry and his big dog Mudge took a long walk in the woods. Henry looked at the top of the tree. He liked the leaves, orange, yellow, brown, and red. Mudge loved sniff and sniff at the ground, and he liked the leaves too. He always ate a few. In the fall, Henry liked counting the bird fly south. Mudge liked watching the big chipmunks. Since one of the boy and the other was a dog, they ever did things just the same way. Henry picked apples. Henry put on a coat and Mudge grew on. And when the fall wind blew, Henry's ears turned red and Mudge's ears turned inside out. But one thing about them was the same. In the fall, Henry and Mudge liked being together most of all. Under the yellow moon, Henry loved Halloween. He loved to make jack-o'-lanterns. He loved to make paper bats. And most of all, he loved to dress up. But there was one thing about Halloween. Henry did not like ghost stories, and Henry's mother loved to tell ghost stories. Every Halloween, he put on her witch's hat and lit candles and told ghost stories. And she thought Henry liked them because he told her she liked them. But really, he hated them. They scared him. He was afraid to tell her that. But this year, Henry had Mudge. Mudge would be with him. Henry would not be afraid of the ghost stories. So Halloween night, Henry's mother put on her hat and lit her candle. She invited Henry and Mudge and some of Henry's friends to listen to ghost stories. It was dark outside. A big yellow moon was in the sky. It was dark inside except for the candle and one jack-o'-lantern. Henry got close to Mudge. On the floor, Henry's mother began, where she told a story about the man who lost his head. Henry shook, his friend shook. Then she told a story about the cat in the graveyard. The candle made shape on the wall. Henry shook harder. And Henry's mother began telling the story about a pair of shoes that went looking for someone's feet. The shoes, she said, came out only at night, and they walked up and down the street looking. You could hear them, she said softly. They went click, 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 click. Henry's mother tapped her own shoes on the floor. Click, 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 she whispered. But when she stopped tapping, Henry still heard something. Something in the room. Something in the room under the yellow moon. Henry held his breath. Something went click, 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 but faster. Henry's whole body shook. It was like something walking faster and faster. Click, 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 click. What was it? Henry's mother bent down. Mudge, she said. Henry knew his mother was scared too. It needed Mudge. Mudge, she said again. The clicking got louder. The shoe was coming. Thought Henry. He put his head on Mudge's neck. Now the clicking was louder than ever. Mudge, Henry's mother said. Stop chattering. Chattering? Henry put his ear near Mudge's mouth. And Mudge's teeth went click, 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 click. It was a pair of shoes. It was Mudge, and he was more scared of the yellow moon and the dark room and witch's story than anybody else. Poor man, thought Henry. Henry stopped shaking and put his arm around Mudge's big head and held Mudge tight. When they led to the next story about the chair that rocked all by itself, but Mudge clicked all to the end. Thanksgiving guest in November. Henry and Sally always came. She came 1 week before Thanksgiving. She left 1 week after Thanksgiving. That's why Henry did not like Thanksgiving, because Henry did not like Aunt Sally. She talked too much, Henry thought. She ate too much, Henry thought. She hogged the TV, Henry thought. Henry wished Aunt Sally would stay home. Aunt Sally had not yet seen Henry's dog Mudge. I bet she ate dogs, Henry thought. Oh, how he wished Aunt Sally would stay home, but she didn't. She came 1 week before Thanksgiving, right on time, and Aunt Sally came into Henry's house. She was talking and talking and talking. She went right into the kitchen with Henry's father. Henry knew what Aunt Sally would be doing in the kitchen. Henry went to the backyard to find Mudge. Henry don't know Aunt Sally was finished talking and eating, so he went back inside with Mudge. They walked into the kitchen and Sally was still eating. Good grief, she yelled. Henry and Mudge stepped back. I knew she ate dog, Henry thought, and Sally looked at Mudge. Good grief, she said again. But then she took a cracker off her plate. She threw into Mudge's mouth. The end cracker was gone. Snap! Went Mudge's mouth, and cracker was gone. Henry looked at Mudge. Henry looked at Sally. Great dogs, and Sally said. She put cracker on her own mouth. Want one? She asked Henry. Sure, said Henry. Henry sat down with Aunt Sally. She still ate too much. She still talked too much. But all of her talk this time was about Mudge, and that was different. Aunt Sally talked about Mudge's sweet eye. She talked about Mudge's strong chest. She talked about Mudge's soft fur. She talked about Mudge's good manners. And she fed Mudge lots of crackers. This year, Henry knew he was going to like Thanksgiving. This year, Henry knew he really had something to thankful for. Thank you for reading. Subscribe, please.